Hey everybody, Stubzilla here, and we're back with episode 14 now, I think, of our BGM mode with the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, right up top, guys, I just want to say, obviously we saw in the last episode, well, some of you might have seen in the last episode, that we took on Montreal Canadiens in a Game 7 game where we came out on top, I believe, 3-2. You'll notice some of these results are different, and that's because, silly me, once I got out of that screen, thought that it was going to autosave, and apparently it doesn't do that for you anymore. So that's why this video is possibly a bit late, because I just haven't been trying to get the exact results as they were in the games, like trying to sweep Tampa Bay, trying to then get the scores correct and everything like that, just for continuity's sake. I've not been able to do that in the 5, 6, 7 hours plus that I've been simulating, trying to get everything exact again. So I'm really sorry, guys, that the continuity is just going to be a bit out of sync. We lost the save file. That's a bonehead move on my part, I guess, but we're still through to the third round of the playoffs. We're still playing Pittsburgh, as I did sim on and find out. We're going to be taking on Pittsburgh in this round anyway. So we've kind of recreated it, we kind of haven't, but as I say, guys, I'm really sorry that it's not the case that we got it exact or that we even had the last save file, but what can you do? Them's the breaks. We've got Pittsburgh, and I know for a fact that I need to turn injuries on. I was just trying to give my team the best chance of recreating that, and we didn't have any long-term injuries in the last sim, so I thought that'd be best to do. Again, guys, I'm really sorry about that, but what can you do? You assume that stuff is going to autosave after you've played something for so many years, and you know it autosaves after virtually every single thing that you do, and then it turns out when you actually play a game and exit, it doesn't autosave anymore, which is fantastic work. Okay, so we're at Pittsburgh to start off, and they won our division, I think, quite well, not quite convincingly. They just edged out New York, I think. We were inconsistent. I'm not entirely certain what our previous results against Pittsburgh were, but let's have a look, guys. Hopefully we don't go out in 4. Hopefully we get a Game 7, so we get another full gameplay. Not with results like that we won't. Well, actually, with results like that we will, but we just need to win as well. Let's have a look. And we go over 2. That's brilliant. So 2-1 and 3-1 loss. Let's take it back to Carolina. Let's see if we can start turning this round. We can't. Thanks very much for that. And we go out in 4. That's excellent. That's brilliant. That was almost worth an episode to just spend 6 or 7 hours trying to recreate all of that and then go out in 4 against Pittsburgh. That's absolutely heartbreaking, I gotta say. Oh, that serves me right. I should have just cut the cord on the series. Ah, God, what can you do? So we go 8-9 in the playoffs as a whole. In fact, rather than just simming forward, let's just see if we can get these playoff stats. They're not going to mean much, but as I say, let's just have a look here. Who did well in the resim? Ekman Larson got 11 assists. That's pretty mad. Jeff Skinner got 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. Eric Stahl, 10 points. Jordan got 9. Danny Alfredson got 7. Vander Kane got 6. Shane Doan got 5. You know, Kane and Doan, I could have probably done with more out of them, and Daniel Alfredson's produced more than that in previous sims as well. Again, I'm just going to turn this down just so you don't get too lots of sound effects here. Latiana, see, well, what's done is done. We can't cry about it now. We probably weren't going to win in the playoffs anyway when we came up against Pittsburgh in the Sims, so it's probably done right by us in the end anyway. So, you know what? Let's actually just power through. Let's power through and get some re-signing done as well. We might as well go into the next month, see what the draft gives us. Probably nothing, and then let's get into the re-sign phase. With the draft, I can't wait for that to go back in, because right now I have absolutely zero. See, there we went out to the champions. There you go. I have zero motivation to do anything in terms of scouting, but I've been through the scouting a lot, and I'm gonna be doing like either 1 or 2 episode breakdown on scouting, just in terms of how to optimize it, and then just sort of a more general development guide to go along with that as well. That's just going to be like either one big episode or maybe 2 or 3 slightly smaller episodes. But I feel like a guide on the scouting will be a cool thing to do for everyone. It just and how to get the most out of it. I've simmed through a lot of seasons on this as well, just in preparation for that. I feel like I got a decent handle on how to optimize everything with regards to it. So it will definitely, I hope, be interesting. I hope a bit of an insight. I hope whatever I do come up with doesn't come up as too obvious for you guys. But as I say, we'll find out what the best way to go about that is. So we've got 13 million or so. A few on-side guys, few pending RFAs, and a few pending UFAs as well. So we'll go to our contracts here. Now we'll list all contracts and sort by unrestricted free agents. In fact, let's have a look at the unsigned guys. Let's see what we got in the draft. Did we get anything useful? This guy might turn out to be useful if he kicks on. I know it's low potential, but you never know. In the AHL, he might kick on. Chris Jenkins, top 70. Couple of top 6 D-men, bottom 6 forward, and another top 6 D-men as well. So 3 top 6 D guys, and a top 9 forward as well, who's already rated at 68. So you never know. He may turn into something. That's cracking discipline right there as well. So you know he's not going to take penalties, and he's got quite good skating and average puck skills. Not very physical, but you never know. You never know with that kid. He might quite undersized as well, actually. You never know. He may turn into something. But those are the unsigned guys. So let's come to the unrestricted free agents here. Okay, so Pedersen. I mean, he didn't really kick on. I mean, he's 19, so we'll probably keep hold of him, I guess. Tlusty stayed around the same overall. We'll see how much he wants. Ganley again hasn't kicked on. That's grounds for a release, actually. 61 and 20 in my eyes. So sorry. Oh, we can just do it like that. That's so much easier. So Pedersen, Harrison. Now, yeah, that's a release. That I'm not being I've forgotten the word. I'm not being sympathetic or anything like that. No sentiment here, guys. I'm afraid it's all or nothing. We're going to be ruthless. Third round of the playoffs and then out. We can't be having that. We can't be having that. We've got to crack the whip on some of these guys, I think. Look at that RFA. What's going on here? So let's see if there's any grounds for releasing here as well. That was one. I caught it in my head then. So Boychuk didn't really kick on. Joy, 24 years old, 74 overall. That's not good. That's really not good. That's you're gone. You kind of just have to be, as I say. I mean, that's 24 years old, 62 overall. It's just not good enough. Again, if you're over, I'd say if you're around that 20 years old mark, if you're someone worth keeping around, then you're gonna be around the 68 to 73 bracket by about 20, 21, 22 years old. 22 is pushing it. 23 is that's almost coming to the end of a second contract, and that's gone. And then just say that this guy as well. I mean, I think he's kicked on a little bit, and he may be worth keeping around maybe for one more year just to see what he does in the next year. that's about the limit to what I would keep around, and even then, that's a 1-year contract. I'll get into this more at a later date, I guess. But okay, so this is grounds for release as well. That's not good. As I say, that's the very, very limit of what I would keep around. That is, again, that's not acceptable. 25 years old, 71 overall, you're gone. He's got maybe 1 more year getting at that overall, and at that age, that's a 1-year contract. And just seeing here now. Now, what does Loktionov want? We're going to be keeping him around. 3 years at 1.725, so almost 1 3/4 million. I don't think that, I mean, by the looks of this, by the looks of his contract, he's not going to reach that elite potential that we hope that he could, but he's a decent enough third line scorer for us. We'll keep him around 3 years at 1.72 that we can probably take us. That's 172. So we can probably keep him around 3 years at 1.6, I would say. Nash. Now that's depending on what he wants. He's interested in the 2-way deal, so I mean we can give him that in the absence of any sort of real backup, and we have released a lot of guys as well. Shug, I couldn't not keep this guy if I'm keeping the other guys on. Again, that's a 2-way deal, around about the same as well. But again, only for the year. Rasainen, 1-year deal, 2-way contract. Jordan, 24 years old at 74 overall. Is that yeah, maybe 1 more year just to see where he's at. 1 more year. Just give him what he wants in terms of salary. Boychuk, again, similar situation. 1 more year, 2-way deal. Womack. Yeah, sorry. And Suter, again, 1-year deal, 2-way. Okay, and in terms of UFAs, now this is where it's going to get interesting. Pedersen, I think, is gone. I don't see him kicking on after that. Gleason now. Yeah, that's a release if there's ever been one. I don't particularly want to, because he seems useful to have around. Clement gets it's about there, yeah. For 2 years? For 2 years, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, Gleason at 4-point-something million, that's just not happening. It's not anywhere near towards becoming a good deal for us. And he's just going to get worse, and then that's just going to be a hard contract to shift eventually as well. So, unsigned. Let's have a look at attendees. All right, okay. So we've obviously picked up a couple of goaltenders in the draft as well. These might be guys that we could move on, because obviously we got this guy right here who we probably invest in everything in, but we'll get these guys to deals anyway. They've all got NHL starter potential as well, which is very good, because obviously I didn't have any I didn't have any first round picks, and you're getting guys who have that starter potential in goal, and you're still able to pull those guys out of the 3rd round at quite a good age, and quite a decent starting overall as well. So let's just have a look at where some of these guys came from draft wise as well. So this is the main one, this Cox guy. He came out of the 3rd round. We did have, I think, 3 3rd round picks. Bottom 6 forward managed to come out of the 7th round. So and he starts at 64 overall at 18. So you know, there's some bargains to be had out there, most definitely. And there's going to be more on this, as I say, as we go along. But again, a top 6 defenseman, taking him out of the 5th round, 62 overall at 19 years of age. I mean, 7th D guy out of the 7th round. He could be more. He might stay where he is. But you know, these sorts of pickups are there to be had this year, which I'm really excited about, and which is why I'm really excited to do a sort of a scouting breakdown for you guys as well. I think that's it in terms of offers. So yeah, let's just continue. Oh right, okay. We need to buy out Lyles as well. I don't think I've forgotten about you, Lyles. Where are you? Unless he just retired and made it really easy for me. Did you just leave? Did I get rid of you? What did I do, Mr. Lyles? He must have just gone, because I mean, I didn't have absolutely no expectations of having that much cap space. I mean, obviously Daniel Alfredsson's gone. Let's just try and look at all of our skaters here and see what the biggest contracts are. Yeah, Alfredsson's gone. Yeah, Lyles has gone as well. So that freed up $8 million worth in cap space. So we've got quite a bit of cap space now to work with in free agency. Obviously, we got the 2 centermen there, 1, 2 wingers, another winger there, starting defenseman there, another one there. These guys round out. And Murphy got a bit of a jump as well, which I'm quite happy about. He's a much better skater now. Puck skills are quite good. So yeah, Murphy gets a jump, which I'm really happy about. He's got a few more years on him as well, and he's only an RFA next year. So yeah, so we're looking okay. We're looking okay. I'm not sure there's too much more to write home about in terms of who's made jumps and who's stayed where they are, but okay. What we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to stop the video right here, and then we're going to go into free agency. Get the re-sign period done out and out of the way. You saw the contracts that we've offered. We're going to secure those contracts no matter what, so we'll get those secured, and we'll see you in the next video. To say, I'm really sorry about the mess up with it not auto saving. What can you do? I'll just take the time now, as I say, just to again say, after the last 2 videos as well, and I know that the views don't look impressive, but I really do appreciate the views that I am getting, guys. And I had my first video, the introduction to the series, just go over 100 views the other day as well, which completely floored me. I didn't think 100 people would take notice of what I was doing, but seeing the demographics on the YouTube views and everything like that, I'm just completely blown away of who's viewing and from where. So thank you very much, guys. And as I say, we'll do this, we'll get into the re-sign period and get into free agency, see if there's anything interesting there, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you again.